The idea of using sea containers to make buildings began here at Container City at Trinity Buoy Wharf in Docklands. This was the very first building to be built back in 2001.
It was an inspired idea, and Eric soon realised that this isolated site on the south bank of the Thames, opposite the Millennium Dome, had enormous potential.
So you start with a watertight metal box, cut some doors and windows in it, insulate it on the inside, paint it a bright colour, stack lots of them up together, and you have some architecture.
We are set up to house, provide space for people in the creative industries, artists, designers and so on. And true or not, they tell us they don't have a huge amount of money. So in order to square the circle of how do we afford to build space that they can afford to rent, we had to look for the least expensive, repeatable solution, which seems to be the container.
The idea began to grow, and now Container City is home to a thriving community of artists and creative businesses with 170 people living and working here.
Hello, Sophia.
Hi, Max.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
Designers Sophia and Matt run their company from a studio made out of 3 containers here at Trinity Wharf. They've been here for 3 years and absolutely love it.
This is our main room. This is where we cut and make. Also have a little kitchenette area.
It doesn't cost very much to be here. The rent isn't too expensive. Heating and electricity is not too expensive. And we don't have to travel too far either, so it is economical for us.
Even before we looked inside the studio, just looking on the outsides, we were amazed with all the different colours. The circular windows, I love that. In the summertime, it's nice to have them all open.
What's great for a growing business is that when more space is needed, it's very easy to expand.
We needed an extra space and we emailed the office, just sort of explaining our situation. We needed more room. They came to examine the walls and we managed to knock through and get the smaller studio next door.
Land in London's in very short supply. Cost constraints at the moment are absolute. These boxes are available throughout the world. So this provides a really good green alternative to building in our capital.
It's quite clear to me that the biggest potential lies in affordable housing.
We have a situation where there seems to be an inexhaustible queue of people who want to live somewhere. A government who's prepared to spend an awful lot of money subsidising that. And this sort of lightweight, speedy, low-cost solution could go some way to getting quite a large number of people into sensible housing.
How much would an affordable house cost to build?
A 2-bedroom apartment, about £40,000. That's with everything.
What I really like about these blocks is the rawness. They're containers and they haven't been disguised to look like something they're not.
We think that they are quite funky and amusing, and people who like them really like them. We have covered them with straw to make a point, and we've covered them with mirror to put them outside a nightclub and so on. So obviously one can do all those things, but they are a metal building. So to cover it with brick wouldn't be terribly sensible.
With 20 of these containers being made in China every 3 seconds, there's plenty of scope for more buildings just like these.